Password accepted.
Y'all grab a seat. We're fired up. It's Thanksgiving time. I want to explain something right off the bat. That's the TWC coming at you live on Wednesday. Let me explain something. This is a day before Thanksgiving because poor people have to work through Thanksgiving week. Why are you working, Andy? Because I'm poor. Let me explain something to you. Andy, you ought to be grateful. It's Thanksgiving. I'm grateful I got a plane. I'm fighting for a jet and a helicopter without getting ready of my King Air. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, I got to work through it. And that's why I'm going to work through it. But I love it when people that in my mind are poor because they can't pay the bills, can't eat out. I mean, they just struggling. But they take off. Some of them done took off 3 days ago, and I'm going like, do you think you're rich or something? Poor people got to work through. Come on with me and work through. So here I am, the day before Thanksgiving. And one of my friends asked me, he says, is some people already took off? I said, oh, yeah, they loaded. They rich. He's like, whoa. I said, oh, yeah, whatever. That's what I say to him. That's what I say about them. They rich. Don't worry about it. They rich. Let them go. But later on, when they ain't got stuff, it don't bother me. Does that make sense? I don't get upset about it. I don't let their drama, I don't let their emergencies come out because I remember. I remember. I got it in the back of my head. I remember. They be like, what? I say, yeah, I know. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, one of the biggest secrets of success is working. It's income-producing activities. I love this today. It gives me cold chills to think about it now. You may not impress you. I don't care. This is my stuff. I'm going to tell you about my stuff. I got a phone call popped up and said, the governor's calling. I was on the phone with another friend. I said, excuse me, the governor's calling. And so I picked up and I said, hello, because I really thought it was his assistant. And he said, hey, Andy. I said, is this the governor? He said, this is Roy Cooper. I said, this is the governor calling me. He said, this is the governor calling you. And see, I told him, I said, hey, whatever you need, I'm listening. He told me a couple things. He's telling me what's going on in North Carolina. And I said, hey, I like the way you work through it. He said, thank you. I said, bro, you was sick. You was tired. It was holidays. It was vacations. People putting you down. You just kept working. He said, preach it, brother. If he said preach it, white boy, I would have been messed up. But he did say preach it, brother. You see what I'm saying? It's one of the secrets. Oh, it's what I was going to tell you. He said, that's what it takes, ain't it? That's what it takes, ain't it? I said, ain't it? Ain't it? See, y'all don't think he's got no anxiety. You don't think he's got no personal problems, family problems, children problems, mom-in-law problems. Y'all don't think nothing. My man will work right through it. Yep. Boom, yow. And I know it. And he knows it. So we're like in this crowd. So, well, Andy, how come you just keep going? He's going. He's calling. He's on the phone. He ain't done took off. He ain't cooking on them jello things you do for Thanksgiving. He ain't got no putting infusions into the turkey and stuff like that. You with me? That's not what he's doing. He's on the phone. He's on the telehopper working. See, because I know this. My president done got him 5 planes. And this is before he was the president. He's a businessman. got multiple jets, and they big jets. And I'm thinking, who does he think he is? If he can have one, I can have one. I think I got better hair, too. At least my girl that cuts it says I do. You know what I'm saying? What? I want one, too.
There you go. That's right.
I want one, too. Now, the idea is gratitude. I'm grateful. Good God, if you know I start crying, I start talking about stuff that I get to do. And one of the things I had on my neck when I wore in here was this right here. When you walk into the PNC Arena in Raleigh, you just go straight down to the basement where there ain't no traffic, and you walk around wherever you want to. It's floor seats. This floor seat, because this is the one I ain't give away yet. And I'm taking my mama, so whoever goes in this seat, I'm just letting you know. It's the one time this year I'm going to let her sit on the floor seats, because I will get a phone call from somebody if we don't get tapped on the shoulder during the game. It's going to be crazy. Like, we're on the floor at the ball game. Like, you can reach out. This is North Carolina State and Loyola. Is that what you call them? Some team from New York. And so I'm fired up about that. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Oh, it was fun, too, and the governor said, thanks for your contribution to North Carolina State. And I said, oh, did you read it? He said, I read the whole thing. Way to go, man. You're helping children. I was like, yeah, baby. This is why I work. This is why I'm grateful for the ability to work. I'm grateful for a sound mind that I got sense enough. Hey, you're smart, Andy. Let me explain something to you. I want to be bigger. I want to give away way more money, so I got to work. How smart does that have to be? You don't have my problems. Thank God I ain't got your problems. You better thank God you ain't got my problems. You couldn't handle it. I'm telling you, it's not very few people you want to trade their situations for, okay? But one I'm thankful for is I got sense enough to get up and go. No matter how dumb I was yesterday, no matter how stupid I was, no matter what grave decision I made that wasn't on track, got to go to work today. And I'm talking hard, too. Hard at it. Not get up slow. I'm talking hard at it. You with me? All right, I got great news. We have a tiny amount of, a few seats left for Instant Thunder next week. It's ridiculous. I know Michael Owens is coming in here. I know that Kyle Cater is going to be here. I know James and Jane are going to be here. And listen, let me tell you something. We got guests coming in from all over the country. I'm not kidding. It is the most star-studded. If you want to get in here and meet somebody, and I've got the guy that heads up the entrepreneurial school at NC State, Tom Miller, is going to be here. The lady that runs it, she's going to be here. It's going to be Brent Bench from Mutual. Brent Bench himself is going to be here. It's going to be crazy. Darwin Herm from Foresters is going to be here, coming down here from Canada. It's going to be here. Come in here and shake hands. The people, the networking of this event, not to mention the teaching, is going to be out of control. I heard we had special hamburgers for out at the cabin, too, on Thursday night because we got so many guests coming in. Dr. Caracas Watkins out of Alabama is coming up here. He's going to mess people up. He's speaking, too. He's doing some teaching. Leadership, you can look him up. It's just phenomenal what's going to happen next week. I am about to jump out of my skin about next week. Now, the tough thing about it is a lot of people have been to Instant Thunder. You got it. You ready to go. You understand. You got a plan. Now we got to look at our numbers for NatCom. National Convention. Gifts, prizes, awards, recognition, all the people that have hit SEAL Team in November and December, we're going to be recognizing them in January, and we game planning for 2017. National Convention right now is selling out like crazy. So we got to be careful. So they got this balance. After next week, it's all National Convention we're going to talk about, and that's what we're booking toward. So we still have a few more seats at Instant Thunder next week. I talked to 2 young men last night. I talked to one 32 years old, out of the military, been in 4 years, fired up out of his mind, ready to rip the meat off the bone. I'm God almighty. I got another kid down in Jacksonville. He's close to Jacksonville because that's the meeting he goes to, Jacksonville, Florida. I talked to him last night, just crazy excited. I'm like, let me say something to you. I know there's a couple other people been talking junk, sending me these texts. I'm going to do it. Well, show me. Come on down to Instant Thunder. Let's go. Well, it's hard to do everything. Right. Do the most important stuff. Jam up your calendar with appointments. Jam it up. And then come down here to Instant Thunder and jam up your calendar and do appointments. Does that make sense? Squeeze the getting smart. Squeeze in the networking in between the making money on each side. That's what I want you to do. Say, be clear, Andy. Be clear. That's what I want you to do. Income producing activities and stop the waste of time. Okay? All right. Don't be scared. Bring it on. Instant Thunder next week. So how do I find it? InstantThunder.com. How easy is that? How did y'all get that website name? I don't know. But it was open. I took it. www.InstantThunder.com. Okay? All the meals, the food, it's ridiculous. Everybody walks away from it saying this was a $5,000 seminar. I know. And we're trying to make it better. And I think it's going to be the best one. I know it's going to be the best one ever. January convention, 19th through the 22nd. Who do you have that needs to get plane tickets, hotels, and tickets? Every key leader will give you the list of who you've got signed up. And then you can look at the other people that are talking it. And you can talk to them. And we say, okay, you've done talking, I've done talking. Let's do the doing now. And let's get them into the NatCom. Because we know that's where the world changes at major events. Okay, I'm so fired up, I don't know which way to go. I don't know who's in here. Do we? I can't tell who all is up in here. All right, here we go. Good Samaritan bonus. Do we have an update on that? All right, look at here. There's some serious numbers. I don't usually put these kind of numbers up, but these people I'm fired up and I am proud of. Look at here. That's right. There she goes. Look this. This is November 23rd, okay? This is through Tuesday, November 23rd. Okay, so that means we got today. Is there another day that counts for us November? Do the calendar. Huh? Today's the last day. So we got whatever goes through issue paid today or contracted today. So they're this close. And if they don't get it in by today, does it cut off at midnight tonight, Chris? Is that when it shuts down? At midnight tonight, they got to show up as contracted. Got to have it issue paid. No kidding. Don't know Good Samaritan bonus. The Good Samaritan bonus, guys, here's the way it works. 5,000 issue paid in a month, 2 direct recruits, and you get a Good Samaritan bonus. So, SEAL team's 20,000. I know. SEAL team is 20,000, 20,000, and 2 direct recruits. Gets you on SEAL team, and it gets you a much bigger Good Samaritan bonus. All right, so here we go. Already, 30,000 issue paid and 10 direct recruits. Michelle Alleman. Woo! Way to go, Michelle. And Michelle, she'd hear, she say, and Mike's helping. I said, Mike is the main guy in that show. He's the #1 man in that team. What are you talking about? I know that. Mike and Michelle Alleman. We just put one name up here, but it's Mike and Michelle. Kyle Cater. Issue paid 22,800 and 6 direct recruits. Jeremy Patton, 22,000, 2 direct recruits. Michelle's done earned 350,000 to go to any charity she picks. We write the check. She gets full credit. Check goes out. She wants to match it. She wants to give some. Fine. She made a bunch of money, though. All right, Adam Johnson, issue paid 9,600. He's so close to going SEAL team. By the way, all these are SEAL team. Michelle Alleman, SEAL team. Kyle Cater and Jeremy Patton are done deal SEAL team. What if they're the 3 founding members? What if they're the 3 original and nobody else squeaks over? That would be crazy. I hope it's more, but these 3 have done it. Adam Johnson, He's recruited 10, 19.6. He's so close to 20,000. He does have a Good Samaritan bonus of $200. Joe Walker, 18,000, 7 direct recruits. Katrina Gustin, y'all should meet this lady. Katrina, mama, did she just have, was it triplets? I don't want to mess up and say it's triplets. It's either twins or triplets. I'm going to be getting texts like crazy. I think she had triplets. Think about it. You got a different person, Andy. No, I think it's her. Okay. That'd be funny if it's not her. She'd be like, I ain't no triplets. Brand new. This is her first year with the Alliance. First year with the Alliance. First year. I know. And she's already up in here, and she'll tell you, it's not complicated. 18,000, already got 2 recruits. Angela Clark done come crazy alive. Text me like, I woke up. Well, welcome to the life of the living, Angela. Congratulations, buddy. Woohoo! Now you're going to stay awake. She said, nothing like a challenge. Nothing like a challenge. 17,002, already earned $200. Brant Swindell. Now I'm going to tell you something. Brant says, I'm growed up. I done been around a while. I'm getting ready to take over. And Jail was right behind him going, giddy up. Giddy up. So he's already 16,802 recruits. Karen Musil, I'm telling you, she's coming alive. 14 grand, 2 recruits. Tony Palumbo, this is a guy that answered an ad that we ran. Okay? So I get to say he's direct to me. Now, our ABTF is smoking. I mean, my organization that helps me, my assistants that are like me, as much as I can get them like me, they're crazy, they're getting people fired up, and Tony's one of them. Check it out. He's already at 13,005 direct recruits. How about that, Paul Menachino? Paul been around. He knows the ins and outs, how this thing works. He's already at 13,002 recruits. Mark Bisco Sr. You talk about proud of somebody. Mark Bisco, oh my gosh, look at this Mark. Way to go, buddy. 12 grand, 2 recruits. Terry Edwards, brand new to the Alliance. I think this is his first full year with us. Killing it already. See, y'all remember me telling you this about a year and a half, 2 years ago? I said the best people that we have in the Alliance ain't been hired yet. And I'm hitting them. I'm touching on them, right? These are the people. I'm telling y'all, SEAL team is going to be where it's at in 2000, starting now. Started in November, in December, going right into the first year, SEAL team. I done got a call to a couple people and said, I'm not kidding about this. This is big. It's called Selling and Recruit. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. All right. Amanda Shawhoob, 11 grand, 2 recruits. Jason Carey, 10 grand, 4 recruits. James Coleman, 10 grand, 3 recruits. These are good. See, this is the way we're going to measure it. Everybody, Good Samaritan bonus, 5 grand, 2. You with me? So look, check this out. When you start looking at it, you go down here. Andy Logan, way to go, Andy. Mike Hartley, way to go. Rose, Andrew, John, Jenny, Gil, David, Donnie, Steve, Terry, Jim, Jennifer, Ryan, Bryant, Paul, Thomas, Neil. You with me? These are the people that have already Good Samaritan bonus. How complicated is this? It's not hard to figure out. 5 grand, 2. Those people have already hit it. Let's see if we got more. And Carrie. Now, look at what's keeping this line. See this blue line? The difference here, Junior needs to hire one more. You say, just one? Yeah, just one. He got one, needs one. People say, hey, hire people. Hello? We're going to have to run an advertisement. We're going to have to do an MC backup. We're going to have to call some people. Well, they're in class. Get them through class. Speed it up. It's a 40-hour process. 2 days. 2 days you can get through it. Okay? Well, then you got to do it. No. Should have started that before. Matter of fact, if you want to forget about this month now, I'm with you. Let's talk about December, though. See, I'm tricky like that. If you want to forget about November because you don't want to talk about it, let's talk about December. You see what I'm saying? Because if you put him in class now, he should be able to get out of class and get contracted by the end of December. I want to talk about next month. We can talk about next month if you want to. Yeah, that's right. I'm on it. I'm tired of playing. Matter of fact, I said this that Sunday night in October before November. I said, I've had it. I'm looking. I'm ready to scream. 2017. It was October of 16. I'm screaming about 17. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm ready to go. No more playing. No more prisoners, baby. Check this out. Debbie Ben. Debbie. One, baby. One. You got one, need one. Jay Turner. Listen, these juniors already wrote 20 grand. Debbie's done wrote 20 grand. Jay Turner, 17 grand. Kyle Stearns done wrote 17 grand. Tipton done wrote 15. Wilson done wrote 14. Broughton done wrote 12. Dante done wrote, Dante, 12. One recruit. We need one more. We're going to need one more. It's going to be my favorite emoji going forward. That little one, you know. Yeah, one. I'm going to send that out. Need one more. Matter of fact, if you know these people, you should send them one more. Just be careful. Look at your own first. Dante, Michael, James, Angela, one more. Mickey, one more. Trina, just one more. Sergio, one more. Belle, Laura, Ryan, one more. Rebecca, Lixie, Danny, one more. Danny, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Michael Lee, Alan, Michael, Ben, come on, Ben. One more. And all these people going, I got him. My report, got to show them. Got to get it up in there. Linda, Mark Gardner, JF, Diana, Tracy. Come on, Tracy. I talked to you the other day. I had lunch with you at the Instant Thunder. Come on, buddy, one more. You already got 6 grand. Don Martin, Luan Pham, Brandon Burton, Matt Goodrich, one more. How many people? Look, all these people. That would be 71 people, Good Samaritan bonus. If each of them were just $100, that'd be $7,000. Y'all with me? Does that make sense? Just, listen, it's the little things that are killing you, or it's the little things that are making it. People don't understand. I was just on Facebook 1 minute. It's just one bad word. It's just one bad word. It's the little onesies that are killing you. It's what wins or it's what loses. People, you lose a second, a split second, a split thought, or you win. You win. You win going one more phone call. I called a guy on the way in today. On the way over here. This is my one phone call. I got one more phone call in. And then as I'm getting something together, I email another one. Guy said, I can't believe you emailed me with 3 minutes before the show. I was like, I got to get one more in. I got to get one more touch. I don't want to be sitting here and missed by one. All right, check this. Christina Brooker, we could use 2 recruits, buddy. She already wrote $34,000. We need 2 recruits. Minerve, 2, just 2, Minerve. You're already $26,000. We want to give money away to these charities. Help us pick which ones to send it to, or I'll send it to ones I'll send it to, because I'm going to give the money away. I'm going to give it away. I just love some direction. But I need some direction from people that got direction. Does that make sense? Kimberly, Spinelli, Young, 3 names, 2 recruits. Does that make sense? 2. Hello, 2. Now you say, Andy, what if I recruited 10 like Michelle Allman? That'd be better. Or 7 like Kyle Studer. No, Kyle Cater. 7 recruits. That'd be better. That's what these are. Back up to top. I'm going to go, Nick, Jasmine. Give me 2, girl. Shannon, 2. Judah, 2. Alvin Kinamada. Come on, bro. Bill Cook, Zach, Lisa Lee, Nick, Doug Becker, 2. MK, Michelle K.O., 2. You with me? This is it. This is where it's going to be. 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 Selling, recruiting. That's what we do. We sell it and we build it. Say, hey, can't we just sell? Can't we just recruit? Sell and build. Why is that? Because that's what we do. Does that make sense? We're looking for, we're going to find you. I know you're out there. Come on, SEAL team. Good Samaritan. That's the line. So what about if I'm just having personal thing? We love you. Come on, man. Come on. I ain't no mad at anybody. Everybody's good. But I'm telling you, these are the people going to get their names screamed out. Watch this. Here we go. So all the way down. Look at this. All that. If they had 2 more recruits. 188. 188. We need the 2 recruits. That would be about 370 more people that would be coming into the alliance that we might find Stephen Davies. We might find Adam Katz. We're going through the numbers. Y'all with me? Okay, so then you got them barely missing it right here. Okay? This is where it's going to be, right up here. These people. Katrina, that's right. Special seating, limos picking you up. The specialness is going to be to the special ones. Does that make sense? This is where we're going. Okay, so what am I grateful for? A simple plan. What I'm grateful for, the people that take up arms and go to fight for us. Military. Monday night, I had dinner. Guys, Delta Force. Ghost. You with me? Amazing person. I'm thankful people like him keep the country free. You with me? These are the people that keep the company afloat. Now, am I important to America? I didn't go to war. I ain't Army man. I ain't SEAL team. I'm a citizen. But I do what I do, which as I'm here and I show up and I do what I can do, which is business. I'm a business guy. Does that make sense? I pay insane amounts of taxes to support the government, which is how we pay the Army man. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if you're not selling anything, you're just coming to our meetings, we need you in the alliance just like America needs me in America. You with me? SEAL teams, SEALs are going to keep our country free. SEALs in the alliance is going to keep the company afloat so that it's there, so that when you're ready to go, when you have time, when you get your mind right, when your family gets right, when the time of day gets right, when your dog quits being sick, when your uncle gets out of jail, when your mother starts liking you again, when your children grow up, when it happens. In other words, when you get around to it, you ever seen a round to it? When you get around to it, we got some round to it's in our office in the store. When you get around to it, the SEAL teams are going to keep it free and keep it available so that you can explode. Does that make sense? So we're going to recognize the SEAL team, but everybody else, we're going to say, it's cool. We love you. We need you on the team. We need you one recruit. We need you one sale. We need you coming to hotspot. We need you amen. We need you You need you that's right. We need you around. Does that make sense? We need you to be part of the team. Okay, so that's what's the biggest thing I'm grateful for is those people. All right. All right, I got a lot of stuff to cover here with you. Is anybody, I don't have anybody in here that was on that. Okay, because I was going to say, this right here needs to go to a SEAL team or a Good Samaritan bonus person that's got plenty of money, because I don't want you to go to this game when you need to be working. Does that make sense? So if you're available, it's Saturday at 4 p.m. We're going to leave here about 2, and we'll get there about 3. Food and everything's included. Crazy seats, great game. So if there's a Good Samaritan or above that is free, it's free. The rewards are going to go down like that for those type people. You say, wait a minute, Andy, you're going to reward the ones that produce. Yeah, we're going to be a results-oriented type organization. When did y'all decide that? About 5-6 years ago. We did a thing called the playbook. If you hadn't got a copy of the playbook, get a copy of the playbook. On there is what we reward, which is results. What we do, we go to hotspots, we run hotspots, we sell like crazy, we recruit like crazy, we train other people. It's all on one sheet of paper. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, it's going to be big. Like, y'all think it's big now? Oh, no. It's going to, wait until you see. Wait until you see. People say, you didn't even picture it's going to be this big. I don't know how big it's going to be. I just know it's going to be big. It's going to be big enough that you can be massive inside of it. That makes sense? I ain't going to hold you down. I'm getting out of your way. I'm moving out. I promise you. I'm moving out. I ain't playing. All right. Let me give you something. Say, Andy, so you're comparing yourself to a Michael Jordan who's got jets, Trump who's got jets, these country singers that got jets and stuff. Mm-hmm. No, let me explain something to you. What I'm doing is I'm knowing what I could do if I gave 100%. So I'm grateful that I know I'm not giving 100%. So you ain't giving 100%, Andy. Not 100% of the time. I do give 100% occasionally. I need to give 100% more of the time. Here's my question. Is what you're showing me, is what I'm seeing, is that 100% out of you? Don't compare yourself to me and my car. Compare yourself to you and what you're capable of if you put in 100%. I know what I'm capable of if I give 100%, 100% of the time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's the big comparing that needs to be done. Now, I have had people compare to me, say, I'm going to do like Andy does. I'm going to go to a ball game, I'm going to do this. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. Don't compare like that. Here's the reason. This is such a contradiction. When I say don't compare, I go, you understand, I got 70 legs issue paid, like this organization. You understand that I don't want to talk good about how well we're doing, but I want to say, are you doing a fair comparison? Because it's like they want to do what I'm doing easy. Or a guy says, I want to do like Fitz. Like Fitz got a $50,000 bonus last month. Bonus. Okay? But what they want is they want to do what Fitz does that they like. Does that make sense? That's what people pick. Because they compare and they go, see, he didn't go to church, I ain't go to church. You see, he didn't go to a meeting, I ain't got to go to a meeting. Here's what I want you, and this is what I say to Fitz. Fitz, are you giving 100%? Are you growing as much as you can? I say to Cats, are you making phone calls 100% of the time that you need to be doing it? I'm looking at you going, what are you doing? 100%. That's the comparison that as we get more and more of us doing that. Now, and note, listen to this. That's not your spouse. It's you. It's not your girlfriend. It's you. Wouldn't it be nice if my spouse supported me? It'd be nice if it rained lollipops. And they floated down on little parachutes. What are you talking about? It'd be nice if my spouse, hey, look, you. God, what a relief. What a relief for a lot of people if they could come to that conclusion that Kyle Cater is out there recruiting and selling. And if Shar wants to go play tennis, or if Shar wants to go sail, if Shar wants to travel to Mexico, you with me? Kyle's got to do what Kyle's got to do. If Shar wants to come in here and take over selling, Kyle can do like this, then Kyle's got to do what Kyle's got to do. Does that make sense? I guarantee you Michelle Alleman is doing what Michelle Alleman can do. And she loved Mike more than anything, but she's doing what she can do. And Kyle, I guarantee you, and Jeremy Patton, I guarantee you, the more Jeremy realizes that it's Jeremy doing what Jerry can do, because one day Jeremy going to be chatting with his maker, and his maker ain't going to say, how'd you run your wife's life? How'd you run your life, Jeremy? Stress off. Forward motion. Grateful that it's the stuff that I can control. And grateful I got sense enough that it's occurred to me. Grateful that I can share it with you. Let's go. Huh? What? Hey, you don't understand? No, I don't understand. This is what I do understand. Simple. You tracking with me? Yeah. How you doing? So, Andy, this is new information to me. It's going to take me a while to get started. We got all of December. It's January 1. No excuses. So I can wait till then. No, you got to start now. Because remember, you got to ramp up. You like an iron. You got to warm up. Warm up. Okay. What's your potential? What do you think you could do? How far do you think you could go? The difference between high performers and low performers. Here's what it is. They do. I'm just telling you. They say they're going to do, and they get up and do. It's a thing called the activity of the alliance. It's called income producing activities, IPAs, income producing activities. They get up, high performers consistently do. I'm telling you, you want to be poor? Find poor people. Study them and do what they do. You want to be rich? Don't do what they do. The masses of poor people on Facebook. The masses of poor people on video games. The masses of poor. Figure out what they do. Just ask them. Say, hey, what do you do in your spare time? And then they'll say, well, I work. I've got this study. I read. No. What do you do? What do you? Well, I tell you what. My favorite show is The Walking Zombies. My favorite video game is, it's just. Or what I really like to do is take a carburetor 8 and clean that carburetor 8, and carry that carburetor 8 and give me a beer and put my carburetor back in. Now, what'd you say? What is a carburetor? I'm just telling you. Study them. Study them. And you will obtain what they got. Consistent poor performers, consistent. I'm thankful. I got the common sense to figure that out. Sandy, you think you're perfect. You ain't got the common sense to figure out that I don't think that. I figure out as messed up, jacked up, crazy as I am, problems, situations, lack of emotional control, temper about ready to go off any minute now. Ain't no telling what I'm going to say. 32 jokes that I've been told that I can't tell. I got problems. I got problems. But I know that consistently the high performers are the ones that do what poor people don't like to do. They say things like, I don't like to do it. And then you know what they do? They haul off and don't do it. Because they've established that they don't like to, because that's the way they run their life, based on what they like. Based on what I like. See, I ain't built like that. You conformed like that. You don't know how I'm conformed. I know what I like and what I don't like. But the question is what I do. This is huge. Grateful for do. Oh, hey, here's the biggest thing. I'm going to be careful about this. I'm going to be real careful about this. Here's the problem, and I got a couple buddies that are recruiting like crazy, but they're not able to get anybody going. Let me tell y'all what I think. That's what I know, really. You try and change people too fast. Quit trying to attack them. Quit trying to beat them. Quit trying to tell them how genius you are, because they know. They can tell. They look at you. They know you ain't perfect. So people ask me, why are you so patient with people? It's the weirdest thing. It's such a contradiction. I have no patience. On the other hand, I don't let them see me, because when I see that I can't get nowhere, I stop. And I tell them that I believe in them mañana. In other words, I believe they're going to be good tomorrow. I stop. Does that make sense? Yeah. But when I find a guy who says, I'm hungry and I want to tear the meat off the bone, I tell him the truth. Bring your butt down to Instant Thunder. Start making 20 appointments in a week. If I start saying too much, then I stop. I say, whoa, no pressure. I promise you'll be fine. Trying to change people too fast snaps them. On the other hand, find one that wants to change and tell them exactly what the DO is. And don't get into their politics, don't get into their sex life, don't get into their health, don't get into everything about them personally. Talk to them about the do. Because as they do the do, the other stuff will shed off, because they ain't got time for the stuff. Does that make sense? This is very tricky, very tricky, very tricky. But I'm talking to you. And if I could talk to every one of you individually, when you hire people, find the ones that ask them, do you want to get rich? And how? Who should say that? And how? Who was it did that on television? He'd say, you want to do something? He'd say, huh? That's right. The Little Rascals, baby. I done brought up the Little Rascals. He said, you want to go rich? Was it the one with the little thing? Alfalfa? He'd say, do you want to get rich? He'd say, and how? So if they say, and how? Like that? Then you start saying, all right then. Since you said it, here's the plan. Now, You got to be doing the plan, because else you're scared to say the plan. But if you're going wide open, you ain't scared to tell them to go wide open. Does that make sense? Man, so friend of mine, Marshall Goldsmith, had lunch with him last week, Friday, and he's written 24 books, 3 homes, crazy old man, very, very smart. He said, you want me to tell you how to be a great coach? You want me to tell you how to be a great counselor? This is the best great coach. You want to be a great coach? You want to mess people up? How that you can coach people and have them succeed and just blow by everybody and just do phenomenal? I said, yeah. How do I do that? He said, be very selective and very brilliant in who you pick to coach and coach them. You with me? So I found my way. I've been figuring out how to code it. I call it Good Samaritan bonus. And I call it higher up on the Good Samaritan bonus level. And then I call it SEAL team. Then I call it Super SEAL team. Some like Michelle Allen, Super SEAL team. Some like Kyle Cater, Super SEALs. Does that make sense? I'm going to be selective in my teaching. We're going to fly you in. We're going to fly you to Toronto. We're going to meet down at Gode's place at the ranch. We're going to have a special meeting in January at the convention. You watch. I'm going to pull y'all in there and I'm going to go, look, don't listen to this, don't look into that, EVP. Selective in my coaching. Does that make sense? So when you find them, we got to get after them. But when they're the wrong ones, you just hug them, love them, tell them to listen to the TWC, tell them to be on the call. You with me? Simple stuff, but it's big stuff. It's breakthrough stuff right here. It's out of control stuff. Okay. All right. Other stuff I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the team and the culture. What a team. Never have I felt like we had a team that loves the hot spots and loves to get together. And they're proud of their teams, and they're proud of bringing other people that aren't on their team and loving on them. I'm proud of the environment we've created. I'm proud of the culture, and I want to fight to keep it like this. You say, can it get hotter, Andy? Can it get more powerful? A little bit. But it's pretty dadgum powerful right now. Andy, do we have some weak spots? Yep. Do we have some great hot spots? Yep. We can line them up. We trying to get the weak ones better? Yeah. We trying to get the better ones hotter? Yeah. I love our culture. I love this Good Samaritan bonus. I love the SEAL team. I love the hot spots. I love the levels. Check out the levels, baby. We got to respect the levels. Going for EVP. Mediterranean cruise. We ain't even talked about that. We're still going on a Mediterranean cruise. Guess who I know is going? Going. You with me? They going. You know why? Because we done figured out how to select. Does that make sense? Recruiting, building, selling. Okay. All right. 100% grateful. All right. This gets crazy. This is one right here. This is a big idea, big program. I want this one pulled out. Okay. Here's what people do instead of being grateful. Being grateful is a program. Listen to this one. They devote many, many working hours trying to find logic where there's no logic at all. Okay? Your mind and you have this thriving, I want fairness, order. Give me order, Andy. Tell the Alliance to give me order. Give me equity. I want my fair share. Give me justice. So people are looking for these things where it don't exist. You understand what I'm telling you? He didn't work as hard as me, but he sold more policies because he lucky found the annuity. You like this person better because they live closer to you. I've got a better education than him. His wife is so nice to him, and that's why he's winning. My wife should be too. It's not fair. It's such contradictions in this life. Have y'all noticed that? Everybody knows how stupid Trump is. Everybody knows how dumb he is. Everybody knows how he's just a bully. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, right? But he's got a jet. Got a beautiful wife. Says she loves him in public. She's by his side. You know how many men want their wife by her side? By his side. She's by his side at the meeting. What a contradiction. Saying, do you think he's dumb? I don't think he's dumb. I don't think nothing. Here's what I'm grateful for. We voted for our president, and nobody shot him. They didn't come in, 100 of them trying to kill him. And you know, when Obama won, nobody went and shot him. What a country, baby. What a country. It's such a contradiction, Andy. I want it to be fair. It should be this way. How many hours are you going to invest trying to get it to be logical, bro? How much time are you going to take trying to figure out what can't be figured out? How many times are you going to try to put the math where ain't no math in there? The man's got his name on his jet. Trump. Trump. And then he's got, what's my doctor friend, the surgeon guy that I'm friends with, Carson? Ben Carson. I know Ben Carson. You don't know Ben Carson. I know Ben Carson. I ate dinner with Ben Carson, been hanging out with him in Florida. Heck yeah, I did surgery on one of my buddy's daughters about 20 times. A bunch of surgeries on her. Yeah, you know Ben Carson? Yeah. Well, why is he siding with Trump? I don't know. I heard he's going to get some big job too. I thought he was a surgeon. I guess he got tired of surgeoning. Oh, this is the guy that he's the first one to separate Siamese twins, or what do you call them? And they lived. That was his first thing that got him fired up. And then he wrote books. Then he did talks. Then he's just really been a very successful surgeon. Grew up poor, dirt poor family, minority family. Just, everybody knows him. What's the contradiction? He likes Trump. Loves Trump. Nobody loves me like he loves Trump. He should love me better because I'm a more consistent, better person. Yeah, it's hard to find logic in that, isn't it? It's just difficult. Solution. What's the solution to this conflict? Non-logic, don't make sense, it's not fair, it's not justice. I'm going to tell you a solution. Gratefulness. Here's what you should do. This is it. Count your blessings, not your crosses. Count your gains, not your losses. Count your joys instead of your woes. Count your friends instead of your foes. Count your smiles instead of your tears. Count your courage instead of your fears. Count your full years instead of your lean. Count your kind deeds instead of your mean. Count your health instead of your wealth. Love your neighbor as much as yourself. So that solve it? Bro, just reading it, I feel better. All that conflict stuff, I was starting to get depressed. I done get hit with anxiety and depression, and I just figured I ain't going to be able to show the plan. I'm not going to be able to talk. I'm going to be finished the meeting. I started reading that. I started living back up, man. I started it's the solution. Gratefulness. I know a guy right now, he's so tight. I just know. Gratitude. Solution. How many times he said thank you? How many times he said I appreciate it? How many times he's saying what you sacrificed? You didn't quit. You kept going. I know you're fighting battles that I don't know you're fighting, Andy. He'd feel 100 times better. How you know, Andy? Because that's the way I am. I'm uptight about this. I'm grateful. Gratefulness takes the burden off. It's light. It gives you air. You can go. It is. It's being grateful and do. Be thankful and do. It'll mess people up. Because they say, you can't be this happy, Tim Goad. Tim's like, I am. You can't be this fired up all the time, Andy. How are you like this all the time? It is grateful. It's believing that if it wasn't for God putting me here, if he didn't let me do it, if he didn't take care of me, if he didn't have my back, if he didn't have his hand on me, it wouldn't happen. You say, you think God's directing you? Got to be. Because if I was running the show, I wouldn't have a plane or a Ferrari. The governor would not be calling me. Because if it was up to me, I would have told him a joke. But God went, not kidding. Not kidding. You say, you can control it yourself. You're giving yourself credit. What? You don't know me. You don't understand what I'm dealing with. You don't get me if you think I'm in charge. I'm grateful I got sense enough to know. Is that it? I'm grateful I got sense enough to know that I'm a mess. What a contradiction there, Andy. That's what I was telling you about earlier. Stop with the contradiction and work on your gratitude. All right, listen to this. This is crazy. It's along the same lines. This is big, okay? Logic thinkers, I need for you to make peace. Here's the thing. You think as well, I want to think this too, that computers decide the rules. I know you do. You think that logically we should do it differently. The contest for the Mediterranean, the contest we're running for Cancun, you think that a computer spit out the key leader contest. You think that a computer, get ready, I know it's going to mess y'all up. You think a computer kicked out the Obama Health Care Act. Didn't do it. You think that they put all the information in and it kicked out the perfect law, the perfect overtime law. Nope. It's people like you. It's people like you that make those decisions. Now do you understand? People make the decisions, and they are something else. Some of them are out of their mind, and they get to make the decisions. You got to make peace with this. Not every decision, not every rule, not every law, not every business, not every promotion is logical. You got to make peace up in here. That makes sense. It's not logical. People make these decisions. And the person that made the decision think it makes perfect sense. Because they don't think like you. They think differently than you. It's like a snowflake is different. And some of them are more different snowflakes than other snowflakes. And you got to live with it. But it should be how I want it. Peace, baby. Thankful that I got tomorrow. Thankful I got next month. Thankful I got next year. Thankful that I can talk. Thankful that I can walk. Thankful I can breathe. Thankful that I can get on the phone. Thankful that I can travel at night. That I can drive. Oh my goodness. What if we applied this to marriages? And that the husband understood that what the wife's thinking is what the wife thinks. And she's not making it up. And it ain't a computer's decision, it's her feeling. And he needs to make peace with it and quit trying to make it logically prove she's wrong. Or the woman needs to quit logically trying to get 3 or 4 women to confirm that she's right and he's wrong, and then she wants 6 people to talk to him and tell him he's wrong and convince him he's wrong. How about he's wrong and it don't matter? How can it be, Andy? You don't understand. What he does affects me. It affects, if you draw a piece of pie around you, it does affect something of you. But 99.99% of you, it don't affect. How about you work on that up in here? Does that make sense? Imagine working on you and making peace with she don't think like you. People ask me, says, your wife think opposite of you? Just die. We are such, I love this woman. She's beautiful. She's incredible job with our kids. Our house right now, it looks like a winter wonderland. I don't know, 18 Christmas trees, lights everywhere, beautiful sayings. It's crazy beautiful. You say, how's that different from you? I didn't do it. I ain't about to do it. For whatever reason, she's not trying to make me either. That's the beauty of it. Does that make sense? That's the beauty of it. She's not trying to convince me to become like her because she knows there ain't no snowball's chance in Hades. You with me? It ain't going to happen. It's the ability to go, peace. Logic people, engineers, civil engineers. Oh, by the way, those of you that don't have degrees, so therefore you really have to pretend like you're a smart person, and everything has to really make logic for you? Does that make sense? You would think the engineer is going to be worse. Sometimes I see just average Joe with high school. He's trying to tell me about the logic in something. What is logic? Here's the problem, Mr. High School. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with logic. It has to do with this person thinks, and now we got to move on. Peace up in here. I've said it like this many times. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be rich? Because right's when you just keep fighting for it. And you just won't quit. I'm gonna try him again. I'm going to argue with Andy again. I'm going to argue with Margaret again. I'm going to talk to Steve again and get Steve to try to... I'm going to explain it to Brian one more time, see if he gets it. You want to be right or rich? How about this? You want to have a happy marriage? You want to be a happy person in your marriage? You want to be happy and content and stay in the marriage and be married 40 years, 50 years? Well, here's the way it works. Make peace. Quit worrying about it. Think about something else. That's one of my favorites. Think about something. Do you want to be right or you want to have a happy marriage? Do you want to be right or you want to stay married? Do you want to be right or you want to stay married? Maxwell told me that he said, I won so many battles with my wife. And then he said, I figured out every battle I was winning, I was losing. Ouch, ooch. A basic law. This is a basic law. I like basic laws because I can follow them. The more you practice the art of thankfulness, the more you're going to have to be thankful for. The more you practice thankfulness, the more you practice gratefulness, the more you get to be thankful for. The bigger job you get, the bigger challenge you get, being grateful for everything you got. I'm not kidding you. I start telling you, I'm excited about having a plane. Wait until you see the structure we're putting inside the hangar. I've got the plans. Any of y'all want to go see them right after this. Walk up my office. I'll have them at Instant Thunder, and we're breaking ground because it's inside of the hangar. And the room we're going to have up top, pool table, ping pong, bunk beds, pilot's quarters. I'm thankful for so much that I can't. Somebody was telling somebody about the 400-yard shooting range. And they like, he's got a 400-yard shooting range? I was like, yeah, we do. We do. It's nuts. The more you're thankful and grateful for, it's the solution. The more you get to be thankful for. That's Norman Vincent Peale. I'm going to give him credit for that. Oh, God. All right, so if any of that was twisted and messed you up, wait until you hear this one. I had to study this right here, get through it. But work with me on this. Listen to this. Here we go. You ready? Just relax, okay? Just relax. The first stage, mental standstill, fixes the principles and boundaries governing a political problem. What? I know. Just relax. In the second stage, when dissonances and failing function begin to appear, the initial principles rigidify. Get rigid, rigidify. This is the period, if wisdom were operative, re-examination and rethinking and a change of course are possible, but they are as rare as rubies in a backyard. Rigidifying leads to increase of investment and the need to protect egos. Policy founded upon error multiplies never retreats, the greater the investment and the more involved in it the sponsor's ego, the more unacceptable disengagement. That's what I said when I first read it. But I knew what it was about, okay? It's the foolish devotion to sunk cost. It's the foolish devotion to sunk cost. You listen to that about 7 times until I give you a copy of it and you kind of read through it slowly. It's when people start, it's like this. Like, can you imagine, if you can imagine this, you bought a ticket to go to a show that you are kind of not sold out to it, but the star performer, it's the last time they're going to do the show, Saturday night, and then they're gone. And you love this star performer, okay? And it's the last time they're going to be a show, and they've got rave reviews, so you buy tickets for $200 each. So you tell your spouse, I tell my wife Jane, we're going, my star is going to be there, I love her, it's so phenomenal, can't wait to go. Does that make sense? Tell all my friends. See how sunk I'm getting into this? $200, Saturday night's reserved, right? Star performer decides not to perform. Do I go or don't go? I got $200, already got the night reserved, I got $400 tied up, told my wife, told all my friends I'm going. Do I do something more productive? You with me? Any economist is going to tell you, sunk cost, write it off, do something more productive, something that you want to do better in your life. You didn't want to go without the star performer. Well, the second performer I heard was pretty good too. What? Are you serious? Remember why you bought it? You with me? It's when people get into an argument and they give 7 reasons they're right and they don't want to back down because their ego is now in it. That's big. It's gratefulness. How does this tie into gratefulness? You get choice. You get to do what you want to do. You get to decide. Simple. Easy. Now you know. Does this make sense? I'm not going to reread that paragraph. It gives me a headache. To recognize errors, to cut losses, to alter cost. Alter course, to alter course. The crazy thing is, it's the opposite of what government wants to do. Once they're sunk in, this is all about how government works. And it's the most repugnant option for government to change once when they're all in. You with me? You're an individual, you're a human being. You can make decisions. SEAL team. You can decide to go for it. You can decide to book 10 appointments. Andy, I've already promised somebody I'm going to a wedding this weekend. I've already promised to be here on Thanksgiving. I promised this. I promised that. I gave my word. I bought the ticket. I said I was going. Guess what? You can do what you want to do. Wait. I can break my word? What'd you say? Because let me tell you something. I don't want to hear about you and your word. As many times you've promised to lose weight. As many times you promised to get on a treadmill. As many times you've promised to quit cussing. Let's don't talk about your word right now. Let's don't act like this is the first time you done broke it. My word. Talk about picking which one you're going to break and which one you're not going to break. You see what I'm saying? Well, I told my mama, I told my aunt. Bro, we got the rest of our life to live. When are you going to start making decisions based on, this one's crazy. When are you going to start basing your decisions on the results you want? If you're saying, here's what I want, and then make a decision that you know ain't going to get you there. I can't go to Instant Thunder. Let me tell you why. Okay, tell me why. So you're going to make a decision that ain't going to help you get you there. How can we help people with this? Number one, we set an example. We go when others don't. We dial when others pout. When they think, we dial. We do. Andy, how do you get excited? I read a book. I get around people that are cray-cray. I get around the right association, and it changes me rapidly. This is big. This is big. All right. Gratitude. Oh, y'all get the same thing with spouse on that, right? Once you commit and you can't backpedal because of ego, you're losing the battle, and you want to reiterate, and you want to tell them again, and you want to keep arguing. Move on. Does that make sense? Adjust course. Lose the cost. You fought. You invested. Now let's figure out where we're going to be, and let's take an action that'll help us get to be where we want to be. Gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. You understand, electricity does not exist unless it is. That's electricity. Lightning is not lightning unless it and goes away. This is a tricky thought. So when you're so grateful, when I'm grateful, I just don't feel like I'm getting anything for it. It's gratitude. Like a lightning or like electricity. Make sense? It ain't putting butter on a sandwich. It ain't putting butter on a sandwich and eating it. Gratitude is, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so happy that I'm here. I can't believe it. Appreciate it. I'm grateful. It's an attitude. It's a life changer, guys. We got Thanksgiving tomorrow. You watch. If you're thankful, you know the opposite of thankful. Y'all know that. You know it's going. If y'all gonna be around family, I'm gonna be around family. I know we're gonna hear some. I think the word's complaining. There's another way to put it. Okay, it's the opposite of grateful, and it just shrinks you. You with me? It just shrinks you down. You need to have grateful, be grateful, and keep walking. All right. Andy, can you give me some structure around gratitude? Yeah, here we go. Here's what I see. Here's my visual on gratitude. Duplication, association, and edification. It's the light of day. When I see people copying, duplicating, like what, Andy? Jason Carey, my man, 4 width, 10,000. That is duplicating. That is edification. That is association. They already got tickets to National Convention. They were here last month at Instant Thunder. Jason and Tawny. You hear me? And they're here with gratitude. Steve and Angie Frickert, gratitude. Jenny Patel, gratitude. I'm telling y'all, Brant Swindell, gratitude. This is what we're looking for. We're gonna base results. Now let me tell you this. People say, I get around you, I get so fired up. You just get me rocking. Every time I'm around Stephen Davies, I just want to every time if Paul Roberts comes to our meetings, please come to our meetings. It's caught, not taught. Ducharme right here, I'm telling you, never more fired up in his life. Right, Scott?
That's right. Absolutely.
That's the way it always is. And you come around and you catch it, you go around negative people, and it dissipates, and you don't make the decisions that you know you should have made. So what you do is when you're here, you get crazy duplication, crazy association, crazy edification, make commitments, put it on the calendar to do it, and then do it. When I was preparing this today, I prepared it yesterday, but I was working on it today. I told my secretary, print out my whole year's calendar. From today, the next 13 months. You know why? Because I'm fired up out of my mind right now, and I need to schedule more meetings. I need to squeeze one in here. I need to squeeze another 2 days in with Jane out of town. I need to squeeze a trip in to go down to Orlando. Like this is like actuality what I put down. I got to go down there to the Goats Ranch. You with me? Because I'm fired up, so I start scheduling. Then when it happens, then when the scheduled time hits, boom, I do. Does that make sense? The light of day. Stay in the light of day. Anytime you feel yourself leaning back, like you guys that are listening in on this call, thank you. You're leaning in. I'm leaning into you. You lean into me, I'll lean into you. You start fading back, look how it works. I can't help you as you lean back. Association. You lean in, I can lean to you. This is a true demonstration. This is the way it works. The more we lean in, we go down the railroad tracks. You're on that side, I'm on this side. We lean away, we're in trouble. We lean into each other and hold hands, we can walk for miles and miles and miles and miles. It almost logically don't make sense, but it does create this. And we know how powerful an angle is, right? Triangle, pyramid, it's powerful. You with me? Lean in. People leaning in. On a football team, when you see everybody gather around and lean in versus the team that's scattered around. You with me? Thank y'all that drove in and come into the show. Thank you very much. And people here last week, a ton of people coming in next week. They're leaning in. This is the way we judge gratitude. You tying in what we do. Yep. When I'm giving to NC State, when I'm writing a check to the Goats, when I'm writing a check to Biggers, do you see that's leaning in? I'm leaning toward them. Now, you say, well, couldn't you just love on them and they think you're great, Andy? Isn't that gratitude? Gratitude's results. You with me? All right. I like these last ones. Get down on your knees and thank God you're still on your feet. The most fortunate are those who have a wonderful capacity to appreciate again and again, freshly and naively, the basic goods of life with all pleasure, wonder, and even ecstasy. Think about that. I always get fired up when I get on a plane. I'll be like, this thing gets off the ground, I'm going to be so fired up because it blows my mind when you get on a plane. I scheduled. We got a 7-hour flight. I think we're flying into Dallas, wherever we are going. I just bought Missy just bought my tickets to go to Cabo in February. By the way, agency managers that are invited and we're paying for that trip, excited about you coming down there. Next year, bigger and better trip, you're going to need 2 in a row. Okay? You'll have to hit agency manager 2 in a row. So I was just booking our flights, mine and Jane's flights, or Missy was. She was asking me which ones I wanted. 7 hours. That just blows my mind. How do you stay in the air for 7 hours? Or 14 hours, you go down to South Africa or Fiji. How does that just blows my mind? How about this one? How do I get so depressed sometimes and so negative and then I come back? Ain't I happy about that? I can't explain it, but I'm happy it happens. And I'm going to try to stay here longer this time. How about y'all? The way you stay here often is be grateful for everything often. SEAL team. General Shelton held it to be this. They tell me this is really cool if you're in the military and you understand what you got your hands on. General Shelton handed me his 4-star challenge coin. Got his signature in it. We're going to do this for the SEAL team. And it's going to be every time you hit it, we're going to have them in January, February, all throughout the year. And we're going to have a patch for when you do a 90-day stretch. In other words, this is one SEAL team month. Imagine next year somebody puts together 3 SEAL team months in a row. Say, well, what if we don't do January, but we do February, March, April? That's what I'm saying, 3 in a row. What if we just come out of the gate? What if we did December and January? Yep, you would already be eligible for that patch for the 90-day run. You with me? What we're going to do is we're going to find ways to identify the right people, and we're going to reward them. I think this is going to be one of the SEAL team things. What do you think? We'll put on there SEAL team. It's a 50 cal pen. You can fill out your applications with your 50 cal. It might not be so good in some neighborhoods, but put SEAL team on that. I got all kinds of stuff I'm planning that I want to do for SEAL team. All kinds of games, Super Bowls, All-Star games. We're going to go. Let me tell you something. From here on out, we'll say, can't count your full years, not your lean years. Next year's going to be full, and every other year going forward. We're going to pack it out. We're going to see how much we can do. We're not going to say, and this will be done. We're going to see how many planes will fit in a hangar. We're going to see how many of you can get a Ferrari. How many of you can get a plane? Let's see. If you're sitting there going like, not me, I'm with you. I was right there. My daddy was a postman. My mom was a secretary. I went to college because I wanted to go to state, not because I wanted to go to college. I just want to go to state. That's it. I didn't want a real job. Didn't want a real career. But I wanted a shot. I wanted a chance. And when I got a hold to an organization, when I got involved with the Alliance, I thought I got a shot. Might as well go for it. Not sure if he is, not sure if she is, not sure if he's going to let up, not sure if he's going to give it 100%, but I am going to run for 90 days and see what happens. And when I ran for 90 days, I saw a small amount of progress. Wasn't as much as what I wanted, but it was progress. And I had somebody tell me, see, you made progress. And I went, duh, because some people had been around for the same amount of time and had made no progress. They ran hard for 90 minutes. They ran hard for a day and a half. I went crazy for 90 days, got this much results. You weren't depressed, kinda, until somebody said, you got progress. And I went, by God, if I keep doing this, I'm going to get there. You say, so now you're there. I'm somewhere. I am where I am. I do have a certain amount of tickets. I do have a certain amount of cars. And I have a certain amount of friends. Here's what I'm thinking. Just getting started. Ask Adam Katz. When I was 27, here's what I told him. I said, you ain't seen nothing until I turned 50. And when I turned 50, I told some people, I said, it's on now. Well, now I'm 52. So you think I was crazy at 50. 52 is on, like Donkey Kong. Does that make sense? So what are you going to do in the next 90 days? Are you going to show gratitude? Are you going to try to figure out why the logic's not there? Or are you going to get rigidity? Are you going to stop? Are you going to freeze? Are you going to start doing the income-producing activities? Are you going to go to do? And who are you going to coach? And who are you going to work with? Are you going to try to talk people into it that don't want to be talked into it? Are you going to talk to 27 people today and nicely ask them questions and try to decide that one said he wanted to go rich? And not the ones that say, don't everybody. That's not the one I'm talking about. No, everybody don't. Let me tell you, I've talked to them. I've watched them work. I've watched them perform. I've watched them sit on their butt. No, everybody don't. I'm looking at the ones that do want to, and they mean it. So is that you or not? Well, yeah, well, okay, well, good. I still like you, and I'm going to hire them. I'm going to hire them. But I'm going to the next person as quick as I can. I'm going to be nice to this one. But I'm looking for one that says, yeah, I know what you mean. It makes me mad. I just want an opportunity. I go, great. Here's where we are. Come here to the office. Let's get this thing in high gear. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it all we got for 90 days. You with me? I'm going to be careful who I coach. Who are you going to coach? What are you going to do? Who are you going to be? Are your words and your actions going to line up? That's called gratitude. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. I love you. I'm glad you tuned in. I'm ready to go get after it. I hope you are too. See you. Bye. Love you.